Hey there, Dogecoin fam right there. This is Hey John here. Okay, I create videos about Dogecoin specifically. I cover that particular cryptocurrency. I create videos about the Dogecoin news and Dogecoin technical analysis, aka the sticks. But before we get to all that, do me a huge favor and tap that subscribe button and tap that like button because it pumps me up and it keeps me going. All right. Now, aside from that, you came for the sticks. Let's get to the sticks. Okay. So it's March 21, 2021 here, and we can see that. On the current daily candlestick here, we're seeing a red stick here for the most part. So what that means is, we opened high and now we're selling low. So that's kind of why you're seeing that for the most part in a nutshell here. But we get closer here, zoom in a little bit. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, a 50 MA is what I've been looking at. I've been eyeing for a long time now. So yesterday it was what? Let me see. It was 549. Today it's 555. So we're moving about a 0.005 increment. So tomorrow we may see 0.056, 7, etc. Giving the coming days here. We're currently around 576 here. So in order for the 50 MA to hit that, it may take about maybe 5 or 6 days. So that'll probably be next Friday, right, or next Saturday, depending on how slow or how much it moves, right? It could decrease or increase. And the reason why I've been mentioning the 50 MA is kind of important here is because that is typically a big a trading technical for most people, even people who are just into fundamentals for the most part. The 50 and 200 MA are big for them. So when you see that, that's usually when they want to buy, right? So obviously we can see the sticks getting very close to 50 MA. So in the coming week or two, we're gonna see it tap it. And what I foresee happening is, again, I see it tapping and bouncing back up, all right, and going to a higher position here. Granted that we see all this news here that's very bullish for Dogecoin, and in a week that'll be what? Let me see, March 20, well, maybe March 26 or 27. Kind of getting near the end of the month here, and call me a conspiracy theorist here. Obviously, this is speculation here, but again, Coinbase is going to be listing, or going to be IPO, at the end of the month, March 31st here, and I'm inclined to believe that Coinbase is a very smart company, and obviously, if you see my other videos, about the news and everything about Coinbase and everything, and all their updates, they're essentially working with Dogecoin for the most part to try to, implement this particular coin here with a Rosetta API. So, with that being said, that's why I believe that currently we see that the daily trader is kind of just dwindling, and what I would call accumulation and just shaking a tree for weak hands here. Of course, if you have weak hands, well, I guess you have weak hands, right? There isn't much to do about that. But if you're watching my videos here, you're gonna see this little shaking a tree as a positive thing, and it's buying a dip here, okay? And that's exactly what I'm doing as well. And I always mention to everyone, buy nibble, okay? Buy and nibble. Don't go big chunks, okay? I'm seeing some in the comments below. People are getting frustrated. Hey, how come Dogecoin keeps on going down? It only goes down all the time. It goes up a little bit and it comes back down so quick. Okay, folks, I keep on emphasizing this is an investment here. If you want to get rich quick screen, this is not it for you. Maybe you want to go StormX or something, but if you want to invest your money and make it big eventually, which is what I want to do personally speaking. So I'm speaking from my own personal sake here. I don't give financial advice. I'm just sharing with you what I do and my rationale here. That's why I'm investing in Dogecoin. It's gonna get huge. All right. When you got big backers, the richest man in the world, Elon Musk, you got billionaires backing this thing here. You gotta wonder to yourself, is it just a joke? I don't think so. I personally don't think so, and that's kind of why I'm on board. Obviously you're free to make your own choices here, but that's totally cool. So let's go to MACD here, okay? So you see the MACD, it's kind of accelerating now. Yesterday it was 0.001, now it's negative 0.002. But for the most part on a daily here, it's starting to trend down, right? And you can see that the volatility or the movement of this is so low. I almost want to discount it just based on that fact, just by how low it is. I can't take it too serious until I see a larger movement. Okay, when that happens, obviously it'll be too late. Either you're in or you're out at that point. So from this point on here, we can see a potential breakdown possibly. That's always a possibility given the way it's trending currently. But at the same token, I truly believe this is still a fake out shakeout for the most part. So, and until it's not. That's what I personally believe based on the charts here. And obviously, I've been saying for the past few videos as well that, 5.8, 5 has been the current resist downs, and now it was support, and now it's becoming, it looks like the resist downs again, right? But again, as I mentioned before, you see the MACD, it's very minimal, the movement. So that means we have very low volume driving this as well. Yesterday, 115. Today is 54, 68. But the thing is that even though we have this typical volume here, right, around 120, 110, we have typical volume, but we're not seeing the volatility that we used to have, right? We're having a very narrow range here. So this kind of tells me that people are accumulating. People are buying a dips and they're selling at pops here. Of course, people's weak hands are selling at the top. As I mentioned, if you're a bear, you're a short. You want to short anything below 6.3 for the most part. Around for the past 3 days, I've been mentioning around like 5.9 and above. It's been a quick sell, so people have been possibly people are shorting there. Obviously, with these kind of coins here, you can buy a lot with a little bit of money, right? So that's kind of why it's kind of doing what it's doing here, from what I can see. But anyway, so I kind of explained that part of it, and of course we still golden cross on the daily, which is still bullish, right? And actually the 50 MA and 200 MA, they're still trending up, and you see the 200 MA also increasing. Now it's 0.0175. Yesterday it's 0.0172. So we're seeing it increase as well. So the thing is that the longer we accumulate here is not necessarily a bad thing, because the longer we accumulate, we're going to build up stronger charts here, and stronger technicals. So I wouldn't be too concerned about it, personally speaking. But anywho, let's go to the 4-hour chart and see what it looks like on a more microscopic view, because right now we are kind of seeing it from a bird's eye view, right? And in order to understand what's going on, you need to see a more microscopic view. So that's why we know 4-hour chart here to get a better time frame of it. So you can see here that okay. Most importantly here, you can see that yes, we broke down, right? For a few hours, or a few sticks, maybe like half a day or something, or a day, right? And now 1 o'clock, it's kind of bouncing up a little bit, but it looks kind of weak for the most part. But you can see the 583 or 585, the resistance right here, right? It pierced through it, but it's kind of bouncing back up though. It's not like it wasn't like a strong, like, you didn't see something like this, where it's just a long stick, right? It's just like a few. It's kind of taking a step down there for the most part. So this to me doesn't look like anything too concerning. If anything, like I always say, this is more a buying opportunity. So you can see the 50 MA on a 4-hour chart is no longer a support, right? It kind of broke down a little bit here, but at the same time, now it's kind of bouncing back up on this stick here and a 50 MA, and it looks like it tapped it, and now the 50 MA looks like resistance now. But on the 50 MA on a 4-hour chart, it was trending up for the most part. Now it's kind of flattening out a little bit. So this tells me that okay, people are getting a little tired here. So maybe on a 15-minute chart, it's trying to get more bearish as well, and it's starting to it's trying to push up, but it just you just need more time and volume to kind of see it play out for the most part. So we gotta wait, watch, and see. But one bullish note here is that well, from what I can see here, is that it's just starting, but you can see that even though let me make it a little bigger for you guys. Even though you see it kind of trending down here on MACD on a 4-hour chart here, but yet it's still trending down in the bullish quadrant here. And from the looks of it, it looks like it may do something like this for the most part. So it may go down a little bit and kind of pop back up from what I can see here. So you can see the trend as well for the 4-hour chart. It's kind of doing this for 1, 2, 3. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 8 sticks so far trending down here. And you can see recently on a bearish part of it, it made a bigger stick here. But at the same token, you kind of seeing it slow down now, right? The sticks, they got big and they started slowing down here. So this tells me that, okay, people are possibly buying the dips now on a short time from here. And that's kind of why it's slowing down. When it was selling hard, it was pushing it down. So this is why I believe that we may see something like this, where it'll dip temporarily into the bearish territory and pop back up. But we won't know until it develops, though. But based on what I see, that's kind of what I see happening. Let's see now. Let's go back to the 4-hour chart here. So obviously we still have a bullish cross on a 4-hour time frame where the 50 is over at 200, and that is still the case here. So that being said, here I'm still inclined to believe that this is still bullish rather than bearish. But of course, it is bullish until it's not, right? And people are kind of scared right now because, I see people buying big, and, if you're buying big, that's why you're scared. If you're buying what you can lose, you're not too concerned about this. And you're seeing these as more, you're seeing it from a different perspective here. You're seeing it as half full instead of half empty. So it's really just your mindset and where it's at. I see it more as half full than half empty. I try to keep a positive mindset because when you're trading this kind of stuff or investing, it's definitely mentally exhausting for the most part. So if you're staring at all day and you're trying to just get every single dip and every single pop, I mean You can do it for a little bit, but you're gonna get burnt out. I'm pretty sure. I've lived through that in my college days when I was younger and had a lot more energy. So as you get older, it kind of dies down a little bit. That's kind of why I invest now instead of doing day trading. But anyway, so let's go to a 15-minute time from now and kind of see what that looks like on a microscopic view. Okay, dokie. So on a 15-minute time from yesterday when we recorded a video, I did see it kind of going towards a bearish cross here, and it did do a bearish cross on a 15-minute time from here, right? But now you're seeing that initially the 50 MA was kind of resistance right here, right? But then it popped up a few times, and now um for these past two sticks right here, my highlight right here, right? For these past two sticks here, for maybe like past maybe an hour or two, it's starting to use the 50 MA as resistance. I'm sorry, pardon me, as support now. So this is probably somewhere where if you're doing a day trade, this is somewhere where you would possibly want to buy a dip right here and kind of ride out a little bit. Obviously, it'll be a short ride, so it won't be a long ride. So I can see it trending up for the most part. I won't be too concerned about it. And you see also on the MACD, it's kind of supporting it. You see it kind of popping up down here, right? And then over here, um, it got over here, right? It went down right here, and it was on a and it was most important to note it was on a bearish territory. Let me try to hide this for you guys. Oh, well, how the hell come? Oh, there you go. It was in a bullish territory for the most part, but then you can see if I make it bigger here, a bit better, huh? Yeah. So you can see it kind of dipped down, and then instead of doing a continuation and going down again and kind of doing this right here, right? It's the total opposite. It bounced up and started going back up now. So this is kind of why I'm saying that on a 4-hour time frame, it's more bullish and bearish. Yeah, it pulled back, but at the same token, people are buying dips. People are buying dips ASAP, right? So these dips we're buying, they're also every week. If you look at it, they're actually increasing. The dip level is actually increasing every week. It isn't necessarily the dip you buy a dip and it's going lower, so people are averaging up, and I don't have a problem with averaging up. Averaging down is sometimes a bad thing because yeah, you're getting a better price, but at the same token, everything's going down, so you're losing a lot more too. So I prefer to average up than average down because when you average up, you're kind of moving the trend up and you're making a little staircase, and the little stick man is walking up. I'd rather walk up slowly than walk down slowly, right? That's how I see it at least. So that being said here, I believe that the 15-minute time frame is getting ready. It's getting ready to do a possible move up in the coming hours or days here. So maybe tomorrow or overnight, the Europeans will come in and kick in and start buying again. So that's kind of what I see happening. Obviously, as I mentioned, also the 585 resistance or support here. I mean, yeah, we break down sometimes, but to me, this is more of a fake out than actual like something with true support here. Because if it broke down with huge volume and a huge stick, I would be more inclined to believe it. But it kind of just walked on slowly but surely. So to me, this looks more as if it's kind of resetting and people are trying to accumulate. I know I said that word accumulate like probably like I don't know 100 times, probably 100 times in this video, but you gotta understand the mindset of what folks are doing because most folks who are investing, such as myself, we're not going to go in and go all in and buy a big buy, right? That's kind of what I don't want to be mean or anything, but that's kind of what the average or newbie investor does. They kind of put half their portfolio into something right away on a first buy or something or a large chunk, and then they get stuck and they get frustrated, and then they sell at a loss, normally speaking. So that's kind of why I keep emphasizing to you guys who watch my videos to not do that. I always try to emphasize nibble, be safe, and only be willing to lose to invest what you don't care to lose, because obviously it can go up or down, right? No one controls anything, and I always say TA or technical analysis is more of art than science, but I do combine everything here, and I try to show you guys the trends so you can make your own informed decision here. I can't share with you what I do. I don't give financial advice, and obviously if you choose to follow it, that's cool. I hope we all in a Doge family make lots of money and get rich and go to the moon together. That's where I want to be. I want to be on the moon with Elon Musk and little SpaceX and chilling out. You know what I mean? With my space helmet. I should get one of these days. But anyway, it's Hey John. Do me a favor and subscribe and like, and I'll catch you all on the next one.